Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Kill 10 Reds. This is Dex. The playthrough continues, and unfortunately it's post-commentary for the first 5 or 10 minutes because some messed up things were going on with my PC and we've lost a bit of footage, but only a minute or two in the end, and some audio. Now, Barbara is gone, we established in the last episode, and surely the first order of business should be to try and find out where she went. I have a feeling, or rather, I have some advanced knowledge now that I've seen where this is headed, that we didn't exactly pick the ideal dialogue choices for this quest, which is fine. I like consequences in my games. And the unfortunate bit here is that I don't really want to go back and see what the proper option was, but I have a hunch that it would have been possible to go along with Camilla and then give her the wrong frequency, or the just fool her somehow into actually talking to Barbara instead of pressuring her into talking. Unfortunately, what happened instead is we already see the corpse lying there, and yeah, lots of threat letters as well. Yeah, there she is, standing, caught red-handed, and this is just unfortunate. Let's talk to her.
Hello, I told you I'd find out the settings one way or another. Do you have a pen? Oh, and a tissue? There's blood in the readout.
What have you done?
She didn't want to tell me the settings, so I'm taking a look myself. Isn't this exciting? Finally, I'm going to start my new life. The old Barbara goes new! Yeah,
there's, 3 options now. We can threaten her, trust in the authorities, which probably won't get us anywhere, or keep it neutral for now, and that's what I picked first.
You think? I don't. An old alone has-been drowning in debt. Echo Corp collectors showed up with a repossession order, didn't they? Are the cops gonna shake down Echo Corp? I don't think so.
And now that leaves us with 2. We can either turn her into the cops, which is somewhat unsatisfying, I suppose, or just go for
with
the
world
threat.
Waiting for me? Just you try and stop me.
And we try. And we stop her. So that's 1 down, 2 down. Definitely the worst possible outcome, since, what she mostly needed was professional help. And Barbara was rather impressing upon us the prospects that she now saw of making it back and lifting herself up out of this, small club gig scene back to stardom. Unfortunately, they're both dead in an apartment, and it's mostly because of I wouldn't say entirely because of what Dax did in this situation, but it definitely didn't help what we did. Now, in the end, can't be helped. I think I also missed something on the wall there. The golden record seemed to be something you can actually interact with, so I'm gonna go back for that, because it's probably something for Hank. Yeah. Oh well. At least there's fast travel, so we can backtrack more easily. Trying to remember where we're headed next. Think that was just getting quickly prepped for going to the... what was it? The gas... yeah, the respirator immunity to toxic gas damage. So we're heading down into the old toxic works next, which is also where my computer at some stage decided to take a break, shut down, crash entirely, and destroy whatever was recorded in Audacity and in NVIDIA Shadowplay. And it probably had something to do with the Witcher 3 patch that NVIDIA rolled out that didn't install properly on my machine. So if you want to blame anyone, blame me and Gerald of Rivia. Here I just took a quick look at... I was actually looking for the power generator because I had a hunch we needed to mess around with that. You know, the diagram that we found that related to this place somehow. And I was sort of debating whether to risk a jump here or not. And then decided that it didn't look too trustworthy just because we'd probably get zapped. So I wanted to have a look around first and see if there were any other options to get us there more safely, now that the gas couldn't really do anything to us anymore. And thus decided to investigate the toxic tanks again. There's also the acid to contend with, of course. Ah, right. And this here, I think, might actually be a new bug, because this wheel, you used to be able to interact with it, and it seems you no longer can. Now, one of the last two patches, I think, did something to this area, because the steam vents there used to reset to their position, to their previous position when you came from the other side, not the side we were entering from, which basically forced you to roll through them and take damage, even though you had already solved the puzzle. And that seems to have gotten fixed, but unless I'm, you know, being stupid again, which I won't rule out as a general rule, the, you know, turny wheelie thingy down there now got, you know, you cannot interact with it anymore, which basically leaves you no choice than to now having to go through the steam in the other direction, which isn't too great. So I opted to try for the jump here, and of course got zapped, but it was too bad. Now, this pretty much gets us almost the same end result, since I was thinking that was a generator, since we have to brave the slimy drippy corridor here, and I'm pretty sure that if you go here without a respirator you won't make it in 5 feet before you die. There is this charming place now that just looks like something, you know, where you wouldn't be surprised if either the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Shredder are showing up any minute. Now, you see that hole in the floor there? That's a pretty big hole in the floor. I mean, you can see that it's there, and it's big, and it's gaping and threatening, and I didn't see it. You know, why would I? It's a giant gaping hole in the floor, so hey, let's just fall in. Yeah. Brilliant. Lesson learned. Gravity kills. You know, Isaac Newton isn't just the deadliest son of a bitch in space, he's also quite deadly on planet Earth. And I'll just try not to do that again. Made it through there a little faster. I think you can probably also jump off at the end there without even having to mess with that hole, but I'm not sure. What I did was take more damage. And of course your You're seeing the absolute pro strat playthrough here, but you know, I never said I was any good, so don't hold that against me. And this pretty much leads us to the other side of Steamy Corridor Place. And we get some acid sprayed on our boots, which is nice. Yeah, so now I'm debating whether to make the jump or not, because it looks unpleasant. And also, you know, you never know whether you bump up against the ceiling and then just drop all the way down and end up like that floating gentleman down there. But in the end, it's where we have to go. So, after some umming and ahhing, I decided to make the jump, and I actually did it. Which leads us almost to the point where the recording got frazzled, and there is gonna be a jump cut in a minute or two. I just want to demonstrate how this place looks before we do the cut. Because as you can see, we have reached a platforming stage. And I'm not good at those. Yeah. I'm gonna switch over back to live commentary now because I actually don't mess this up entirely. Right, so back to live commentary and time for some serious platforming, which I'm absolutely not qualified for. Which means having, you know, the likelihood of having acid fall on our face and of course plunging to a horrible death. But, you know, we'll do our best. We'll do our best to make it through. And we'll get there eventually. Persistence will get us there. But, you know, timing is everything. And as you can see, this is a bit of a tricky bit. But, yeah. This... made it. Come on. Ah. Well, can't win them all. Or even half of them, or even a third of them, or even... Okay, I'll stop now. Right, next one. Ouch. Yeah, I should probably... Yeah. Hang on for a second. I need to... What I want to do is I want to do... I want to put this on my hotbar. Because I'm making a bit of a mess with my platforming here. And hang on, I need to zoom out a little. Okay, we're gonna go down here. We're gonna go over there. And, you know, you could roll under here, but you could also just go over and then make it to here where the power generator is. Now this is about as far as I made it before the recording got lost. And then I think I also got it to run. Right, how did this work again? So, restart procedure and reset. I think we have to reset it first, so it's 3 down, 1 up, 1 down, 2 up. That's 3 down, 1 up, 1 down, and both up. And I think then yoink this, yeah, and then it resets. And to actually get the power running, we need to 1 up, 2 down, right? Then we need to 1 down, 1 up, and 2 down. 1 down, 1 up, and 2 down. And I think this goes down and this goes up, and the power comes on. Yeah. Now the tricky bit last time was actually making it bat unharmed. There was one somewhat tricky jump that annoyed me, and that was about where the recording went to toast. I think it was here, and then trying to get over to the other generator. Yeah, because if we drop down onto that conveyor belt there, we are pretty much toast. Right. Now, this looks alright enough. Let's not get cocky now. Yes, okay. Good. Now, if I interpret this whole power thing correctly, what should have happened now is we should have gotten access to a door that was locked previously when we were here. And it should have been right at the end here. And it is! Yes! Here we are. Now, experimental substances. Another chemical tube. Okay, that updated our quest. What else? More. Okay. Ah, right. That was it, I think. I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. Right, let's return this to home, because he was the one that was interested. And see what we can actually concoct with this beautiful mess of chemicals that we've picked up down there. Maybe there's something useful or deadly or just plain horrible to be made with it.
Hey, Britannia. What may I help you with?
Ah, okay. I found these chemicals. I thought you might know what they're good for.
Let me take a look. I'll not ask you where you found them, but they're highly dangerous. Had you tried to taste this, you would have suffered tremendously before you died. Used in industry as catalysts for the manufacture of various end-user products. And so they do have some monetary value.
You can create something useful out of these?
Well, it would take some work, but yes. After some additions, if loaded in a syringe, I could create a working stim pack. That would be useful for you, I'm guessing.
How many can you make out of a single container?
One container would be sufficient for 3 divided by for 5 stim packs. Give me 50 creds per container for my services and we have an agreement.
50 creds for 5 stim packs that heal us for a pretty large chunk of our health. That's fairly decent. On the other hand, the money is also not too shabby. What are they worth?
You could probably sell them for about 100 credits a container. But since I buy these as supplies anyway, I can offer you a better price. 150 per container.
Well, it's not too shabby. Not the greatest deal, but I think I'd like to get some stim packs made first.
Here you are.
And another batch.
Here you are.
And then we're just gonna sell the rest.
150 for the tube.
Okay. Now we also found those experimental substances. I think that's what he actually sent us down there for, so let's have a look what he has to say about that.
Oh. May I see? Good. Great, even. Exactly what I needed.
Wow, he's actually breaking out the party hat.
And for your reward, 1,000 credits. That should compensate you adequately for risks, expenses, etc.
That will do very nicely. Damn, not too bad. Now, considering we've done all that, there's really 2 major next steps that we could take. One would be Connor. With the credits we got now, we should be able to afford the implant for, bullet protection. Or talking to the lawyer for the complex to advance our main quest, which, to be perfectly honest, seems like the softer target. I just want to stop by Hank quickly because I think we have something for him.
How do you, Prettiness?
We do, yeah.
What you calling for today?
What do you think of this CD? Barbara's first album, apparently.
Interesting. Let me take a look. Alrighty, special edition. A real collector's piece. I'll give you 400. What you say?
We got a deal.
Great. And your money?
Right, that should also allow us to get the infiltration implant. And some of the mirror shade consumables that we need to actually activate it. Here, these things. The cloaks. I think we should check in with Niles and get ourselves additionally augmented. Oh, what the hell did I just do? When fast travel becomes the enemy. Hang on, let me actually try to do this a little more efficiently. Hello, brain, catch up. Right, this might be yeah, tricky. Okay. There we go. Now, hopefully we can afford the mirror shade implant and the subdermal implant.
Dex.
We have 1,700. That gets us the dermal layer and the mirror shade and leaves us a little bit for the consumables. And I think we were able to get the consumables off Tony, among others. Let's check up on Tony. See if he can provide us with the consumables that we need, because I think that should... Wait, where did I go? Wow. I apologize, that was not where I wanted to be. This looks a lot better. Should help us
Hey
in
Dex,
both
what's up?
quests, actually. Let's see. Okay. How many can we afford? 2. That's not a lot. What can we sell? Oh, right. Champagne. Good. Kebab we might want to keep. A data shield. I actually want to keep... Oh, that is a consumable in cyberspace. That's good to know. Implant remains. We can sell toilet paper. Why not? And what's this? Poster of Barbara. Well, you know, decorations would do this place, you know, nicely, I hope. Yeah, that's about it. So we have 500 and he has 4 of these. We'll take them all. Okay. I think we're adequately prepared, at least for the lawyer in the main quest, or rather for her security systems. Not so sure about Connor, but we'll just have to try eventually. Let's actually get this hotkeyed as well, because that's what we would like to do. You know, quick access and all. Do we do it now though? Yeah, let's give it a look, cause I think we have the time still. She was supposed to be in a penthouse, and that is probably yet again over here. Have we ever been all the way up? Actually, I think 4 is Barbara, or oh yeah, what a mess. And 5 should be... Oh, it actually isn't. Or is it? Oh. Okay. Now. What do we have? Oh. Okay, let's go invisible and try and get to somewhere where we can't be seen. Okay. Interesting. Can steal her food and drink. And we can grab whatever is in her safe. Nice amount of money and a PDA. Now, what does the PDA say? These emails seem to indicate Miranda was being blackmailed. Her husband's life was threatened. Whoops. Okay. Implications of the Ichor Corp case. We're aware that the Ichor Corp case is placing you in a difficult situation, considering that your own husband was directly responsible for this series of tragic accidents. We must nonetheless remind you how vital it is that you win this case, in the name of justice, yes, but also for your own sake. Should you refuse to use the evidence we provide you with, we will be left with no alternative but to retaliate and expose your husband's involvement directly to the press. The consequence for both his career and his life would be tragic, as he would surely face a life sentence for the death of so many Ichor Corp employees. Whoa, okay. That doesn't sound so good. What else? You pigs, all the evidence is fabricated. You know as well as I do that my husband is in no way responsible for these accidents. You're framing him. Okay, wow. We are surprised by your outrageous claims, but we will ascribe them to your understandably high emotional state. You must know that there are obviously other prosecutors who would love to take the case off your hands. We're simply offering you a lucrative deal. Should you win this case, you could consider a career as a private attorney for a conglomerate. We will also do everything in our power to ensure your husband continues to live as a free man. Should you refuse or lose the case, we will not be able to guarantee your safety or his. So she's definitely being squeezed, and not even for her own sakes, which, depending on her character, might make this even harder to resist. We also can hack her PC. Now, would this take us into cyber? Yes, it would. And we have the data shield up. Nice. So, this cyberspace adventure is what we're gonna do next time, because now we're running a little long and this all needs to be rendered in a somewhat timely fashion, which takes forever, unfortunately. So I apologize for keeping this at around 30 minutes every time, because it's the most I can reasonably do. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will forgive me the bit of footage loss in post commentary. And I'll hope to see you next time. So yeah, take care. Bye now.